Tony Yengeni faces the ANC's wrath for bad behaviour. As heavy rains pummel KZN, a winter storm in the US brings the coldest weather in a decade.
This is the first time I've ever won anything as an actor.
Will she get an Oscar next? At 62 years of age, Demi Moore wins her first ever acting award at the Golden Globes. Hello, good to see you again. I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Former ANC National Executive Member and Parliamentarian Tony Yengeni can expect to be charged by the ANC for ill discipline. Labelling him a, quote, political Casanova, ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula says he's already informed Yengeni of the decision. This follows a series of statements and disparaging social media posts, most recently one questioning the ANC's choice of venue for this year's January 8th statement, commemorating the party's 113th anniversary in Cape Town.
He will be charged. I have informed him through an SMS. I called him. We will charge him. We'll bring him before the disciplinary processes of the ANC so that he explain himself in terms of his membership of the ANC. Not this statement, many other statements he has made. We will charge him. The time to talk and not discipline people who bring the organization into disrepute are over. And I'm saying it deliberately that Tony Yengeni is a political Casanova and an ill-disciplined member of the ANC. He's very ill-disciplined. He always tweet, support everything about Umkhonto Wesizwe. He thinks he's a law unto himself. We will never allow that. Casanovas and their place will be brought to book. And that is what it is.
Gauteng police have launched a manhunt for 3 suspects, including one who shot and killed a 6-year-old boy during a business robbery in Bedfordview on Friday night. The child was shot while at the drive-thru at McDonald's in Meadowdale with his parents. The boy was declared dead a short while later. The victim and his parents were in the vehicle behind the suspects.
The boy and his parents were at a drive-thru at a local food store when they were approached by a suspect who robbed them of their belongings and fired a shot at their car before instructing them to drive off. On their way home, the couple realized that the boy had been shot and they rushed him to a local hospital where he was declared dead.
Police announced today that more than 13,000 people have been arrested in different parts of the country in the first week of this year for various serious crimes. The N3 toll concession says close to 900 vehicles are recorded heading towards Gauteng every hour. Holidaymakers travelling back into the province are advised to drive with caution as wet weather conditions continue to be reported along the route between Kidara in KwaZulu-Natal and Heidelberg in Gauteng. The SA Weather Service has issued a level 8 warning for disruptive rains in KZN, which started on Sunday and are forecast to end on Wednesday.
According to the warning, severe winds are expected in the districts of Mgungundlovu, Ugu, Utugela, Amajuba, Zululand, King Cetshwayo, and Ilembe. Residents are urged to exercise utmost caution and prepare for these inclement weather conditions.
In the US, a state of emergency has been declared in 7 states. The country is facing its harshest weather in decades. And heavy snow has also swept through the UK in a cold snap. Several major airports have been forced to temporarily close their runways due to snowfall. Stranded vehicles and collisions have left key roads in northern England closed.
I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Despite a recent strain in the alliance relationship, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived for the South African Communist Party's event in Soweto.
When you look at the various parties that have splintered from the ANC, you then begin to understand that through that splintering process, from the late 50s, through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 2000, the ANC has been weakened. And recently we have seen how those splinters have thoroughly weakened the ANC.
The SACP is holding its annual Joe Slovo commemoration event at the Avalon Cemetery. Over the past few months, the SACP has criticised the ANC for forming a coalition government with the DA. This has resulted in the SACP resolving to contest elections alone and no longer under the ANC banner.
Every year, the ANC has representatives who come and deliver the message of support, and it is not the first time he comes here. The alliance comprises independent formations. We don't always see things in the same way. There are at times differences, and there are different opinions at times, and that is what will strengthen us.
The President has also declared a special official Category 2 funeral to honour former Minister of Education, Sibusiso Bengu. Professor Bengu, South Africa's first Minister of Education, passed away last week at the age of 90. The man accused of kidnapping and murdering Ayabonga Mjilo in Durban has abandoned his bail application. Mfana Futhi Kunene appeared in the Durban Magistrates Court on kidnapping, murder and defeating the ends of justice. This is in connection with the killing of a young woman who went missing on Christmas Day. She was later found buried at the accused's yard on Saturday.
Your Worship, the State wishes to have the matter adjourned for further investigations at this stage. The postmortem report is outstanding. DNA results are outstanding, as well as witness statements that are still outstanding.
The National Institute of Communicable Diseases says there is no need to panic over a widespread respiratory virus currently affecting China. Cases of human metapneumovirus, HMPV, spiked in December, with cases reported in Hong Kong and Malaysia. HMPV was first detected in 2001, with Dutch scholars finding it has existed for at least 60 years, occurring around the world as a common respiratory pathogen. The virus is transmitted through droplets when coughing and sneezing, and cases typically increase during winter and spring. Children, parents with comorbidities, and the elderly are most at risk of the symptoms, including a cough, fever, nasal congestion, and wheezing.
All the information so far suggests that the viruses that they've detected that are causing this respiratory illness are really some of the typical seasonal influenza or seasonal respiratory viruses that we see in the winter causing respiratory illness. So at this stage, I think there isn't really any concern that this is a pandemic or a new virus.
A homemade solution to a big problem, a stress-by man has slowed down traffic on a busy road close to his home by building a speed camera out of a wine box, 3 broomsticks and a black label can. Tinus Diedrichs explains that there's only one road between Struisbaai and Agulhas, and many drivers take that as an opportunity to speed. Diedrichs responded to the local problem after almost being knocked over by a speeding car while walking with his grandson along this road.
The car was overtaking another one from behind, and it narrowly missed me, and I was immediately so upset. And a tripod is always something that, draws the attention. So the 3 broomsticks that I gathered was the starting point, and then I was looking for a box. And I couldn't find a green box. So my son, Tian, he mentioned, but Dad, what about this wine box? It's green. And I said, nah, your mother's not going to like this one. But anyway, so I took the wine box and put it on, and we were looking for a camera, and the black label came to mind, and we put in the tin. But it's amazing, immediately the car just breaks in because I see the tripod.
Emilia Perez, the Brutalist, Shogun and Baby Reindeer were the big winners at this year's Golden Globes Awards. In the acting categories, big wins went to Sebastian Stan for A Different Man, Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here, and Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Demi Moore became a first-time winner at age 62. She won the award for Best Actress for The Substance.
Oh, wow. I really wasn't expecting that. I'm just in shock right now. I've been doing this a long time, like over 45 years, and this is the first time I've ever won anything as an actor.
That's it from us, wishing you a fantastic 2025.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.